Our creative industries are one of the most valuable growth sectors in the UK, generating £125 billion for the economy in 2023 and making up 1 in 7 jobs across the country. But perhaps most importantly, creative industries embedded in our towns and cities have intrinsic cultural value. They provide shared social experiences which contribute to a sense of place, build on local heritage and contribute to our health and well-being. Luton has a rich history of artistic innovation, creativity and design. For over 200 years, we were the primary place for ladies' hat production in the UK, peaking in the 1930s when we produced over 70 million hats annually. And of course, that's why our beloved Luton Town FC are known as the Hatters. Artistry has been at the heart of our town's economy across these 3 centuries, and we hold on to that with pride today. We are a place of making, whether historically it was hats or cars, and now making computer systems, games, films and music. We are lucky enough to have several independent music venues in Luton, including the Hat Factory Arts Centre, the Bear Club and the Castle, one of Luton's oldest and most beloved pubs, which will be supporting Independent Venues Week this week, putting on 6 nights of live music and supporting independent arts alongside 200 other venues across the country who are taking part. We cannot underestimate the value of our grassroots music venues and the platform they give new and emerging artists, offering them their first opportunities to perform and develop their craft, providing the essential pipeline for tomorrow's megastars and household names. Indeed, when Luton hosted Radio 1's Big Weekend in May 24, it was one of our town's very own, Miles Smith, who featured on BBC Music's Introducing stage, and he's since performed on Jules Holland. He broke the United States on tour and won the Rising Star Brit Award, as well as now being nominated for 3 Brit Awards this year. This success highlights the value of exposure for independent artists. I was somewhat surprised earlier to hear the opposition frontbench comments around supporting arts and culture, and I accept the points made by others about the Cultural Recovery Fund. But under the Tories, our creative industries were held back. Arts funding fell by almost 50% per person in real terms, and local government revenue funding of culture and related services decreased by 48% in England, alongside rising costs and demand pressures on statutory services. And these funding cuts have enacted enormous damage to the pipeline of talent in the industry, the provision of local arts and the availability of work in performing arts. Further cuts for university grants delivering courses including music, drama and other art subjects by 50% in 2021 were also detrimental, particularly for disabled, Black, Asian and minority ethnic students and students from low socioeconomic backgrounds, an additional obstacle to students who already face multiple barriers to studying music within higher education. And if we really want to break down barriers to opportunity, we must ensure that there is adequate access to dedicated arts and music curriculum for students at every point of their education. And I very much welcome the Minister's earlier comments on this. This is fundamental not only to support talent to thrive, but also for their development, with studies finding that children exposed to music tuition display better cognitive performance in reading and comprehensive skills. So I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Luton Music Service and all the volunteer parents for the great work they do with children and young people in my constituency, and to say how much I enjoyed the performances at the Christmas shows from the show choir, the senior guitars, the junior strings, the funk band, the rock band, amongst many other groups who performed that weekend and displayed immense talent. I'm very glad this Labour government has recognised the value of our creative industries, and we are working to reverse the damage done under the previous Conservative government. I welcome the £60 million package of support announced this month to drive growth, including £40 million investment for start-up video game studios, British music and film exports and creative businesses outside of London. I also welcome the launch of the Soft Power Council, bringing together experts across culture, sport, the creative industries and geopolitics to showcase the best of Britain around the world. Our creative industries have been underfunded and undervalued for too long, but I'm confident that as we prioritise the arts and creative industries within our industrial strategy, the UK will have a firm standing on the world stage, boosting economic growth, unlocking opportunities and leading as industry innovators.